what's up? It's Joe Rady from Rady's Rides. I'm down here in St. Pete, Florida for the St. Pete Grand Prix, walking around the paddock area. And of course, when I see something interesting that I know a lot of you maybe don't even know what the heck it is, I'm gonna bring it to you. So the main star of this weekend is the IndyCar series, but for me, it's cars that are in the support series, like these World Challenge cars, that really bring a lot more excitement because there's just a lot more variety, and to be honest with you, a lot more stuff to look at. This is a KTM race car. Now, some of you might hear KTM and say, hold on a second, don't they make dirt bikes, off-road bikes, street bikes and everything? You're 100% right, but guess what? KTM has done some development into the actual car lineup. And KTM, if you've ever wondered, you know, where is that manufacturer from? It's actually Austrian. So I want to take a look at this GT4 KTM race car, and we're going to look at some of the styling and talk about this thing is going up against other cars like the Porsche Cayman, the Mustang GT4, and tons of other cars. But let's go ahead and take a look at this KTM. So you'll see right off the bat, this thing looks like a prototype race car. If you've been around IMSA and been to like the 12 Hours of Sebring and whatnot, it looks like a prototype race car. It's not though. These you could actually buy, especially like in Europe, and drive them on the street. Love all of the massive ducting. Everything on this thing is going to be functional. There's nothing about show and no-go on this car. You can see the very large front splitter. That's going to help provide downforce. As the air hits the front of the car, it's going to go into these massive outlets to help cool that engine. This car is a mid-engine, so what that means is that the engine is in between the front axles and the rear axles. Really, the only car that's a rear engine is a Porsche 911 or an old school Volkswagen Bug. Let's go ahead and take a look at the side. I really love the aerodynamics, how everything is just cut so fine all around the wheel well. You can see we're running these forged wheels, fully slotted rotors with aluminum hats, massive calipers. This thing is gonna stop on a dime. Now this car doesn't have a lot of horsepower. This car is all about handling and braking, and it's gonna do it over and over again. Another thing that's unique, when you go down the side, you're probably saying, hold on, there's no doors here. This whole glass canopy raises up, and I don't know if Tom could show you. Let's show him a sneak peek, Tom. If you sneak peek it over here, you can see how this opens up and how the driver gets into this car. Something so different that there's not any other race car racing here this weekend that looks like this. Tom, also show him the suspension. You can see how very similar suspension, something that you would find in an Indy car or a Formula One car, that horizontally opposed with the coilovers and everything, just the way it's all, and this whole thing is carbon fiber tub, the whole 9 yards. Let's continue down the side of this one. So you can see just that lines I was telling you about. Very small cockpit for the driver, but just so awesome. You have that roof mounted vent that's going to help bring air into the rear compartment area. And then to wrap it all off, I just love the lines on this car. You have lines going here, that's going to help produce downforce and kick up the air towards the rear wing. Really nice lines around the fender. And then as we wrap it around the back, probably one of the coolest rear wings, and I'm gonna have Tom show you. You can see all the ways you could adjust that thing to make it work. Very nicely done. Tom, go ahead and zoom in here, and you can actually take a sneak peek of that engine behind there. Very cool with the ducting and the pipe work and whatnot. That single exhaust outlet, full carbon fiber diffuser. All of this is about making it light, producing downforce, and making it fast around this track. But if these are the types of things you like to see on Rady's Rides, race cars that you never see. You really don't see this racing in any other series. Leave a comment in that comment section. If you're new to the channel and you're on your way out, hit that subscribe button. I promise you it's worthwhile coming back for more. I have a towel because I'm hot, so save those questions for later. Check out my different forms of social media. You know what they're called. All Rady's Rides original content all the time. If you want some merch, click the link in the description. Takes you right to Spreadshirt. We got to give it up to Tom Moschner, the man, the myth, the St. Pete legend, getting these race cars on camera. So thank you, Tom. And just like always, guys, I'll see you on the next ride.